Grand Rising, Mi5, my people, my family, my tribe. Happy Thursday, everybody. I hope you're having a fantastic day today. And wow, I'm dressed like a freaking millionaire today. You want to know why? Because I'm feeling like one. And the way that you dress directly reflects the way that you feel. You know, when you're dressed like a certain type of person, you tend to think like that kind of person. And so, and when you're thinking like that type of person, that's the vibration that you're going to be putting out into the universe, therefore reflecting what you're going to be getting in life. So, you know, as you know, on Thursdays, we have a talk about mindset. We have a talk about what MI5 is, how it came to be, and what our mission and vision is, because we're making a huge impact on this world and we want everyone to know about it. Because if you're not loud with your success, who's going to know about it? Who's going to be inspired? So, um, so without further ado, I want to, give some accolades to our next speaker here because, the person who's going to be kind of painting the picture of what MI5 is, how it came to be, is one of the core leaders of MI5. This man had a vision. He had a vision for connecting with people and connecting with people on a level to where they were inspired to live their passion and to create a stream of generational wealth for them that could create an impact for a ripple effect and leave a legacy. That person is Mr. Brian Davis. Brian, come on stage. Take it away, man.
Wow. I wasn't expecting all that recognition tonight, Andrew, but thanks, bro. Really appreciate it. Hey, everybody, welcome. And thank you so much for coming out to join us on this amazing Thursday evening. I cannot believe that we are 5 episodes deep into the new year. Andrew and I and the rest of the MI5 core members, Eric and Chuck and Brandon, we spoke about having a podcast. We spoke about having a mastermind talk about, 9 or 10 months ago. And we always had said, we're going to do these on a weekly basis. And the reason we're going to do these on a weekly basis is because we want to make sure that we highlight and we emphasize and we infuse every single person that's listening tonight with the core concept of understanding that mindset is at the key foundational principle level of everything that you need to achieve your dreams. Mindset plays such a crucial role in its synopsis, and it's very, very deeply rooted, injection into our model, into our system, is something that we just love to share and that we love to highlight. And we do this in multiple different ways throughout the journey of MI5. If you're a member of our private Telegram community, it's free. You can join at any time. You can actually hear the mindset of the community within those walls. In the Telegram chat, we are constantly spreading, tips and tricks and positivity and uplifting, affirmations. And it's a very vibrant and amazing place to hang out. Every single person that's in there knows that we are a family, we are a community, and we are a movement of people that have this same common vision of becoming the best versions of ourselves. And the key component and critical element of becoming the best versions of ourselves, and the key component, foundational element of that, is mindset. And there's a lot of different things that come into play when you think about mindset. See, mindset is a word that can be very easily translated into multiple different words that you sort of piece together what mindset encompasses. One of those things would be, let's say, disciplines that you need to have within your life, heavily focused around mindset. Your thoughts and your actions heavily focused around mindset. Your consistency, your routines, your habits, your behaviors, all very consistently point back to mindset. Even your interactions with how you go into certain conversations is directly linked to the mindset that you had going into that conversation. You see, mindset is a key critical component of anything in life, whether you're going to become a professional athlete or whether you're going to become a very successful businessman or woman. Mindset played a role, and mindset will always play a role. So this is something that we recognized in what we identified as and what we hold true to. So tonight I'm here to explain to you guys what MI5 is, number one, but number two, also introduce to you guys a job-free entrepreneur. And tonight, that is Sonika. And those who have not met Mrs. Sonika, oh my goodness, she is great. She's amazing. I can't wait to invite her in later on to talk about how mindset has played an important element within her journey. We have done an amazing, run of various collaborations with Sonika throughout the last 10 months of Mi5 being in existence. And we are so excited to introduce you to her tonight because she's just a flaming ball of energy. So we're going to do that in just a little bit here. Let me go first, though, into the vision and the foundation behind the Mi5 community. Because a lot of people, this is the number one question we get over and over again. I get it in my inbox. I get it in every one of our core members. Everyone's always like, what the heck is Mi5? I have no idea what you guys are, but like, what are you? Are you the British Intelligence Agency? No, we are not the British Intelligence Agency, although that is also Mi5. We are actually a community of people. And we've got a very strong vision and mission behind that community of people. And I'm going to break that down tonight. And I'm also going to sort of go into the details behind what that mission and vision statement stands for. So the first thing I'm going to do is display it. I'm going to read it verbatim for all of us to see and understand. And then I'm going to go into more depth behind what it all means. So here we go. Let me just display it up right here real quick. So guys, this is the Mi5 mission statement and vision statement. You see, Mi5 aims to help others create a map to self-mastery through mindset, utilizing modeling, and multiple streams of income to manifest one's ideal life. The mission of our organization is to help individuals achieve wealth so that they can live a life that they love. We believe through doing this, we will help people unlock their inner potential so they can make a positive impact on humanity. We are a platform to educate and to provide people passive income that will lead to financial independence and freedom of time. Mi5 means millionaire in 5 years, and we provide a roadmap to create, grow, and sustain wealth. Wow. I hope that was digested, because that is the vision and mission statement of what we came up with last April 2022 as a collective mastermind that started as just 15 or so individuals brilliantly getting together for 2, 3, 4 hours a night for 2, 3, 4 nights a week on Zooms and putting together that vision and that mission. And what it's all about, guys, is understanding that we live in a world of information overload. We live in a society that's got access to more information that we have ever seen in the history of humankind. And that is both a blessing as well as a curse. Because of the overwhelming amount of information that exists within the internet and within our resources today, a lot of times people have trouble distinguishing which pieces of information to pay attention to versus which pieces of information not to pay attention to. Because of the information overload, sometimes people's perspective and mindset is that it's overstimulated to a point where they just don't even entertain the idea that this could be used as an extremely viable and valuable piece of navigation for your life. Because if you understand how to navigate through the information, you'll find what we have found, and we are fortunate and blessed enough to be able to instill what we have found in others. You see, the mastermind of Mi5, all of us had been through decades of trial and error and decades of mentorship from people and mentors that were 8, 9, 10-figure net worth individuals, from the experiences that we shared and the experiences that we had of our own in different fields of industry, from corporate America to, the hospitality industry, to being an engineer, to having a background in finance, to sales, to customer service, to this, to that. All of us had elements of real world exposure. And all of us had this vision of really making sure that we were empowering the individuals that were brought into our community with the proper knowledge, tools, and resources of all of that wisdom from our mastermind and all of those resources from our mastermind. Because when you form a mastermind, Something special happens when you put multiple minds together in the same place, even if it is remotely over a Zoom. So listen, guys, from a high level overview, when people say, what's Mi5? Let me tell you what Mi5 is. You just heard the vision statement. You just heard the mission statement. But let me tell you what it is very simply put. Do you ever feel, or have you ever felt, like you're stuck? Like you're in a job that you work because you need to work, because you need to put a roof over your head? Have you ever felt like there's something beyond the 9 to 5? All of us have, every single core member. And that burning desire of, I don't want to live my life being chained to a 9 to 5, being chained to a job of just over broke, and being chained to somebody else is what really drives our initiative. Because we believe that if everybody in the universe had an ability to do whatever it was they're passionate about every single day that sets their soul on fire, that helps ignite their creative freedoms, well, then we believe it'd be a much better world indeed. So that's why we, as Mi5, aim to help people achieve that through instilling them with the financial education and the financial literacy that they need in order to navigate the world of information overload and to plug into various income streams and various passive investments and various automated business systems and various levels of integration that you can plug into in this world of ever so changing opportunity. And through those streams, you can create an income stream for yourself. I'll give you a high level overview of why this system works, and I'll give you a high level overview of how it all plugs together. We have a key tool within Mi5, and it's our sister company. Who has or has not heard of our sister company before? It's Grand Rising Financial. You wonder why we say Grand Rising all the time. Well, Grand Rising Financial is the sister company of Mi5, and Mi5 sister company is a key component and a critical tool for people within the United States that are in the Mi5 community. What do we do with Grand Rising Financial? Well, with Grand Rising Financial, we help people in America understand the power behind their credit, the power behind leveraging other people's money, and the power behind being able to take out a business line of credit as long as your credit is within the parameters that we can get you to. If it can't, we do credit repair as well. And we help acquire a line of credit from the banks directly. And we're able to do this because we have relationships with the regional managers of top tier banks, Bank of America, American Express. And through these relationships, we're able to get people that have just started a business yesterday or has had a business for years, anywhere from $50,000 all the way to $250,000, 0% interest lines of credit. And this credit, I mean, a lot of us, myself included, used to be like, oh, well, what the heck do I need credit for, Brian? That's scary, man. Like, I don't want credit. That's debt, right? That's bad. Trust me, I was programmed. I was there myself. I had $30,000 in credit card debt. I had to chew my way out of it. But when credit is used correctly and when it's leveraged correctly, well, then it's a whole different animal. It's completely a powerful, powerful tool. Because you see, we have systems and we have things that we plug our community members into. And no, this isn't no MLM company or you don't have to sign up to be a part of our community. It's completely free, and we'll provide you access to resources where you can plug into automated business systems, where you can plug into residual income streams, and not just any residual income streams, because as we know, everyone's got the Facebook messages and the Instagram messages like, send me your Cash App and I'll make you $50,000 in Bitcoin per day. None of that jargon, right? We deal with income streams that are direct from our 8, 9, 10 figure net worth mentors. And these income streams are income streams that have tried, tested, and trued the test of time. These income streams are very, very thoroughly investigated before they're even ever attempted to be hopped into. And there's direct relationships with the owners and the leadership of these instruments that we use to create residual income streams. So within Mi5, we teach and empower people to first get educated within the space of financial literacy and education, but then we expose them to ways they can take that knowledge that they have learned and apply it to generating real income for themselves. And that's something that's truly amazing because, as I mentioned, when you generate income and you generate cash flow for yourself, it doesn't matter what your passion is. Let's say your passion was painting pictures. And it doesn't matter if you paint 3 pictures a year and only sell them for $100 a piece and made $300 for the year doing your passion. If you love to paint, you should paint. But what allows you to do that and focus solely on painting is having income streams backloading you from the back with, thousands of dollars of residual income on a monthly basis so that you can be an independent, job-free individual and so that you can focus on that painting hobby or career, right? That's what we want to do. That's what we aim to do for every single person on this planet. And it all starts with mindset. Every single element of it starts with mindset, because if you don't have the right mindset, I'll tell you right now, you may be one of the people that popped in the live stream and popped out. You may be one of the people that, looks at this and says, yeah, that sounds a little bogus. But if you have the right mindset of understanding that we live in an age where there's so much technological advancement that we can literally communicate with anybody in the entire planet, and that there's unlimited resources directly at our fingertips, and that all you need to do is speak and surround yourself with the right individuals and come up with the right mindset and have yourself in the right circles of people, as well as make friends and connections with the right, crowds. This is the key to creating a community. And this is the keys that have created our community. So I could talk all night on mindset, but for the sake of introducing our amazing guest, I'm going to start transitioning now into introducing Miss Sonika. Sonika is a dear friend of myself, as well as the other core members of Mi5. Oh, Eric is going to introduce Miss Sonika for us. I love it. All right, Sonika. Hey, take it away, Eric.
I've known Sonika for over a year, and she has tremendous.
Start again, Eric, because I had your volume off for a couple seconds.
Oh, hold on a second. Actually, that was meant for you, but that's fine. Yeah, I've known Sonika for almost a year now, and just her tremendous energy, vibrancy, and just wanting to not only her living a better life, but helping others, and that's why we've connected. So she's a digital nomad, originally from South Africa, now residing in Uruguay, with a simple mission to live a life of total freedom and inspire others to do the same. Sonika has been working online for the past 7 years while traveling the world with her husband. Their brand, Laptop Lifestylers, primarily focuses on affiliate marketing. Sonika is also a formal council member of the Crypto School South Africa, where she has served for 2 years. So I can't wait for you guys to meet her. She has so much to share. Her and her husband are living the life that everybody wants to live, free to do what they want. Sonika?
I'm here. Can you guys see me? Can you hear me well? Yeah? Can you guys give me the heads up that you can hear me and see me well?
We can hear you, Sonika. Our audio's off. You're good to go.
Okay, fantastic. Well, I just want to apologize. We had a little bit of a camera connection issue, but that is one of the things that you have to kind of deal with when you are traveling all over the place. So I'm coming live here tonight with you guys all the way from Buenos Aires in Argentina. That is where we are currently in. It's a very, very hot city. Like really, it's like, I think it's like 29 degrees and it's like 11 o'clock in the evening. So it is absolutely crazy. But first and foremost, I really just want to thank the Mi5 community, Eric and Brian and everybody for having me. First of all, it's really an honor to come and speak to your community and come and speak to you guys about mindset. I don't know how I'm going to beat you, Brian, because you have said so many amazing things about mindset already. But I mean, living a lifestyle like this, I mean, everything has got to do with, with mindset. my journey has been a very interesting journey, and I'm going to make a very long story, short. I'm originally, well, myself and my husband are both originally from South Africa, born and bred in South Africa, and grew up in South Africa. And my entrepreneurial journey really started way back in 2011, like right after school. I didn't have the privilege to go to university. I didn't have the privilege to go to college, or however you guys say it. I know some say college, some say university. I didn't have the privilege to do that. So right after school, I had to kind of just jump into a career and kind of find my way, where I could spread my wings. And one thing was for certain, while I was in high school, while all my friends were dreaming about, getting married and having 50 million babies, and not really, but you guys know what I mean, but having kids and having family and getting this job and getting that job, the one thing that is always, burning desire that's always been inside of me is that, I didn't want to have the normal lifestyle, right? I always had this thing. I wasn't sure what exactly it is that I wanted to do, but I've always had this thing where I knew that I was going to live a completely different kind of lifestyle than the rest of my friends and what I'm used to. So I was always kind of like the rebel, somebody tells me this, I'm going to do the opposite, for the good. Not always for the good, but for the good. And it really started, I was in hospitality for probably almost 9 years. I really liked the industry. I got to meet quite a lot of people. I had the privilege to go and stay in Mauritius, on the island of Mauritius, for an entire year. I worked for a company called Club Med. I'm sure you guys have heard of Club Med. It's they have like 84 resorts worldwide. And that's where it really kind of started for me, because I used to see all these people come and stay on this resort for like, I don't know, a month, 2 months at a time, and they would sit there with their laptops and not have a worry in the world, right? And although I was extremely privileged to kind of, work on such a beautiful, in such a beautiful destination, my office overlooking all these turquoise waters, I was really like envying the people that were sitting on the beach, sipping on the cocktails, there with their laptops and not having a care in the world. And I never really knew, back then, online opportunities weren't as many as right now. Maybe they were, I just didn't know about them, because as you guys know, we were all taught in school not to be entrepreneurs, right? We were taught to go to school, go to college or university, get a job, work for this job for 40, 50 years until you retire, and then you end up not having nearly enough money to actually really enjoy the money that you've so-called, saved and worked hard for. So it went all the way, I think it was like 8 or 9 years. I got really tired of the industry. I didn't have much of a life. And I started going into the corporate sector. And this is where my entrepreneur journey really, kind of took flame, because a very long story short, I worked 2 years in corporate. It was the motor industry. I worked really hard for a certain position in that corporate company, and I was given a lot of hope, and it kind of came down to the position being given to somebody else. And I was extremely upset, and I walked into my director's office, and I was like, well, what the hell, what's going on here? And he point out blank told me, listen, you didn't study anything, you don't have degrees, so you're not going to get anywhere in life. Now, you might be asking, what has this got to do with mindset? It's got everything to do with mindset. You see, I think a lot with, especially in school, we get bullied, we get told you can't. I certainly grew up in, well, I wouldn't say in a household. My parents never, broke me down or told me that I couldn't do something. But we had a pretty rough, childhood. And teachers, when it comes to teachers or co-workers, always had this opinion that, hey, but you don't have a degree, so you can't, make a success out of your life. And he told me that straight out. And I was like, okay. And I went home that night, I cried my eyes out, and I made a decision that night. That was way back in 2012. I made a decision. You have two choices, Sonika. You could either take this to heart or take this to your head, right? And believe what he is saying, that you will never make a success out of your life, just because you don't have, or I don't have a degree. Or you can take that comment and you can let it fuel you and transition you into something completely different, right? You can take that comment and I can, let it fuel me and drive me into a direction that I've always wanted to go. And that's exactly what happened. It literally fired or sparked this fire inside of me, this burning desire, not a kind of revenge, desire, but, maybe a little bit, but it sparked this flame inside of me and it just kind of drove me. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to show you. I am going to prove to myself and to anyone else there that's watching that I can actually achieve something with or without a degree. So I went and I did exactly that. I actually joined another company. It was an insurance company. I worked for the company for 3 years, but it was very hardcore sales. I mean, it was like business to business sales. You kind of walked into this company and you had to sell like life insurance. I can't remember. It was like medical top-up policies and all kinds of stuff. And I won every single competition. I actually won the award 3 years in a row for top salesperson in the country out of almost 4,000, employees. I won helicopter trips. I won all kinds of awards, and this is not to boost myself, but it was all about that decision that I made, that I am going to show myself that it doesn't matter whether you have a degree or not, you can make a success out of yourself. And working for this company for 3 years, I mean, I really kind of worked myself literally into the hospital because I had no switch off button. I really didn't. I mean, I just winked, and I was so determined to just make something. And I did. I made a lot of money and I won a lot of awards and I met a lot of people, but there was still something missing, right? I was doing it for someone else and not for me. However, this company showed me what I was capable of. And that's really where it kind of kicked in for me. That mindset is everything, right? Your tongue is the ready writer of a chapter. Like your tongue is the ready writer of your life story. Whatever you say is the truth. If you say I can't, then you can't. If you say I never will, or maybe, you kind of like speaking those words or that truth into your future and into existence, right? And that's going to become your truth. So mindset is literally everything in this world. So alongside mindset, I mean, people talk a lot about mindset. Yes, you have to have your mindset right. You can't lose weight if your mindset is not right. You can't get fit, if your mindset is not right. You can't become successful if your mindset is not right. And that is 100% true. But what a lot of people don't tell you is when it comes to mindset, there also comes a lot of sacrifices, right? If you want to have the best mindset ever, like Brian, I think Brian mentioned this earlier, I kind of listened to his call like in between, but you have to be so careful what you are feeding to your mind, right? Because your body, in order for it to really work properly and for you to feel good, I mean, if you eat sugar for four days in a row, I know sometimes when you go on that, weekend or Sunday binger and you eat all the sweets that you can because you're kind of making up for that week, I feel horrible that Monday. And it's the same with your mind. If you are listening to all the noise around you and you are not careful what you are putting into your mind and what are you taking in on a daily basis, it will definitely affect your mindset like really badly, right? So I had to sacrifice a lot. And when I say sacrifice, I had to let go of some friends, so-called friends, right? I had to I had to start, surround myself with people that were talking about business and goals and that were uplifting me instead of sitting in a conversation where all they can do is gossip, right? Or complain, or, talking about politics or things that we are not in control of. And I really got sick and tired of those kind of conversations. So I had to let go of that. I had to write off some friends. I still love them, but I had to let go of them a little bit, right? I actually stopped watching TV. I stopped watching TV for almost 4 years. I didn't even own a TV in my house. I just never watched TV. I saw it as a complete waste of time. And the stuff that you watch on the TV isn't anywhere. It's not feeding my brain. It's not teaching me a new skill. It is not, uplifting me. It's not teaching me a life skill. So I just stopped watching TV completely for almost 4 years. Okay. And I had to sacrifice, while my friends were out partying and drinking and getting drunk every single weekend, I had to make the decision that no, I'm not going to go down that road. I'm going to sacrifice this. Not that it actually really was sacrifice because I wasn't missing anything, right? But I had to sacrifice those kind of things in order to get myself ahead in my business. Now, living a laptop lifestyle, seems amazing, but it comes with a lot of challenges as well, right? It's not always strawberries and cream. It's not always roses and, blue skies. It comes with all kinds of different, challenges. And again, when it comes to, having the right mindset, when myself and my husband decided that we're going to really live this life, we had to give up, a lot of luxuries. We had to give up a lot of stuff. We had to move into a smaller place. We had to, sell a lot of the stuff. We had to get rid of a lot of luxuries in order for us to be able to get us to another country so that we can start moving around and start traveling around. And when it comes to those kind of things, your mindset has to be in the right place, because again, your tongue is the pen of a ready writer, right? Whatever you speak over your life, oh, I'm going to try and immigrate, and I'm going to try and live this life. No, I'm going to live this life. And a lot of people were like, no, you're crazy, you're too old, this is for the youngsters. And we're like, what? I'm 18. We are still young, right? We are still very young. I'm not going to give away my age, but we are still very young. And, we had to really condition our mindsets that, what, screw everybody else. This in everything that you decide to do in life. It doesn't matter what it is that you want to do, whether it's building a successful business, whether it is, in your relationships. Mindset plays a role with everything, in life, anything that you take on. And I remember in Cape Town once, I can't remember the speaker's name. I really can't. I was actually trying to think about it earlier, but I can't. But, he was talking, he was telling like a story, and he was saying, hey, if you had to go to the doctor today and you had to find out, like, a horrible diagnosis of you had a brain tumor, right? Let's say you went to the doctor and you found out today that you have a brain tumor. Are you going to walk outside of that doctor's office and go to your best friend, go to your parents, or unless they are a surgeon, but go to your friends or go to your parents or go to your colleagues and say, hey, don't you want to just go grab a knife and, there in your drawer and, cut this thing out for me? Are you going to do that? Are you going to go to a friend or a colleague or family members? Are you going to go to them and ask them to cut this thing out? No. And why not? Because they are not qualified, right? They're not qualified doctors or surgeons to, that are able to actually remove this thing, right? So why do people always do that when it comes to, business, or when it comes to your goals or dreams? Why do you always listen to other people's opinions that are not qualified to actually give you the advice? And that is why, it comes down to what Brian was saying, that you have to surround yourself with the right people. You have to get into the room with the right people that are going to uplift you, people that are going to, talk about business ideas. I mean, when myself and Eric and Brian gets on a call, there is never a call that we are not talking for at least an hour and a half, because we're always sharing ideas. We had a call yesterday. We're sharing ideas. Hey, what are you doing? What do you think about this? We are always surrounding ourselves with people and always keeping up with the trend. And that is really, really crucial. And if you want to condition your mindset, regardless of what it is that you wish to do, it is absolutely vital that you are so careful, because yes, we do live in a world where information is on overload. It's on steroids, right? And we take in so much information. You have to learn how to say no to certain things and say no to certain people. And you have to surround yourself with those kind of people, or those kind of, opportunities where you can learn and actually enhance your lifestyle. So what I started asking myself, and whenever I embark on something new or take on something new, or whatever choices I make for my business, I always ask myself, is this going to enhance your business? Is this going to enhance my lifestyle? If I buy this thing, or if I invest into this thing, is it going to enhance my current, lifestyle? Is it going to enhance me in any way? And it doesn't always have to be money related, but am I going to grow out of this, right? Am I going to grow out of a certain event? And this is why these type of calls are so crucial, because you get to hear from people like myself and some amazing other guest speakers that's been on here that has already been through the journey. But guess what? We are still on the journey. We are not finished yet, right? We're still on the journey. We are still dealing with so many things on a daily basis. So I wake up every single morning and I have a very specific routine that I follow, right? Because if I wake up in the morning and I pick up my phone and I watch some really devastating news or negative stuff that's happening in the world that I don't have any control of, guess what the rest of my day is going to look like, right? It's going to be depressing. So it is extremely important how you start your day and how you end off your day, to make sure that you wake up refreshed and energized. You can listen to the negative stuff later in the day, right? When you've already, been pumped up and you've gone out and you did what you had to do for the day towards your business, towards your health. Health. Sorry if my voice disappears every now and then. I woke up this morning with a little bit of a congestion happening here. I don't know what it is, but you decide. Everything starts with a decision, and whatever you are thinking, thoughts is going to go into thoughts is going to go into whatever you're thinking, and thinking is going to go plan out into whatever action you are going to take, right? And that's just how it goes. So whatever you are allowing in your brain is going to manifest in your brain and in your mind, and whatever is going to manifest in your mind is going to come out in the actions that you take every single day. So that is why mindset is absolutely crucial. I can carry on for hours and hours, and I'm sure, anyone that has been on this journey can carry on for many, many hours when it comes to mindset. But mindset has been everything to us. Mindset and unwavering faith. That is the two things that has gotten me, gotten us through, and, has allowed us to live this kind of lifestyle, because we don't care what the unqualified people say. We silence the noise around us, and we are very, very specific on the kind of information that we take in, the kind of advice, and who we're taking the advice from. So if somebody doesn't have something that I really want, I'm not going to take advice from that person. And that's really crucial if you want to, depending on what journey you're on, if it's a new business or whatever it is, you have to learn how to condition your mind. You have to learn to speak certain words and affirmations into existence, right? So that you can manifest on that. If you want to become a millionaire, you need to manifest that. You need to speak that into existence, and you need to keep going regardless of how long it takes. Never ever give up on anything, regardless of the time it takes. If you're chasing money, you're doing it wrong. You have to chase skills, and you have to chase that skill of training your mind in the right direction, so that you can wake up every single day with a good, healthy mindset. I think that is all for me, Eric and Brian and everybody from the Mi5 team. It was such a privilege to be on here. I hope that you guys got some value out of this, and I would love to do this again. It was absolutely phenomenal.
Well, there you go, people. All right, hold on. Oh, there we go. Okay. All righty. Wow, wow. Sonika, thank you for your time. Thank you for your wisdom and sharing all of that value with us. I think my favorite part that you shared was this quote that you said, your tongue is like the pen to the ready writer for a ready writer, right? And that's so key. That is such key information because guys, think about it. Our voices carry sound waves. Our voices carry vibration, and whatever you talk about, whatever you think about most of the time, that's what you get and that's what you become. And so you really have to think, am I using my voice to the best of its ability? Am I using it to actually benefit me? Is this something that's serving me? Is the vocabulary and speech and language um, that I'm using every single day actually serving my my purpose, my future? Because if you're speaking in a way that puts yourself down or puts others down, that's what you're going to be that's the frequency that you're going to be transmitting into the universe, and that, as we know, will bring you back those results by 10 to 100 times. So absolutely key information. Guys, I want to thank you for all being here tonight, and I want to remind you that today the Mi5 members only happy hour is going to be actually live for anyone that's watching on social media. And if you're a member of the Mi5 community, the link is posted in the chat. Please join us for a hour or so, or 30 minutes or whatever it ends up being, of time with Sonika, me, Brian, and Eric, and everyone else that joins. We get to hang out, share some vibes, talk about what we liked from the talk, and whatever else. It's literally, there's not really an agenda. We just go on and be our own authentic selves and kind of share whatever's going on in our life, and we talk and we give each other advice. So if you guys want to hop on and share the love, you feel free to do that. Even if you're just on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, any social media, we're sharing it for the first and probably the only time. And yeah, guys, I will see you on there. And I just want to remind you, I don't know if Brian's coming on here to say something really quick. Okay, okay. There we go. I just want to remind you one thing. Just one thing. It's a small thing. Okay. Oh yes. Here, let's share this link here. The link is going to be right here. That is the link. It's very simple. T.me/the MI5 or just regular MI5 movement. That's the way you can join. And we will see you guys on there. The link is posted on our personal Facebook pages, Brian and I. If you're friends with us, there you go. If you're not, use that link to get in the MI5 chat. Use it to get in and hop on the Zoom call with us. I'm starting it in like 2 seconds here. But before we go, I have an important reminder. You really don't want to miss this, because honestly, you're gonna get stormed out. I want to remind you to grab your umbrellas, because MI5 is taking 2023 by storm, baby. Woo! Yeah, that's